apparently.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It just
They'll take eyes out, them
popped a
bastards.
bloody beer top off it.
That was a beer bottle. Alright, so welcome to Remedial Radio. I'm Lint Gannon,
I'm Matt.
and we're here today with Australiana Al.
How's it going?
How's it going, mate?
Good, boys, good. How are
You
you?
don't have to go right up in there. You can
Yeah,
sit
we
back
can
and just chill.
Think of it like, yeah, I was going to say think
Have
of it
a
like...
beer.
Alright, so basically we're, I don't know, how do we start this off? Where can we see you busking? We know you busk a lot.
I get around to a few different places. You'll catch me at Coles Sam Remo. You'll catch me at Coles Budgie Woy, down at Wadalba, maybe at Lisarow. You'll probably catch me. I was going to the entrance farmers markets on the first and third Saturday of the month.
Mm-hmm.
They've moved that now to Wyong Racecourse, and I haven't been down there yet, but I'll be going down there and have a bit of a
I did hear that on the radio. There was a bit of promo for that, so awesome. So you're going to be going to that one down at Gosford as well?
Yeah,
Yep.
maybe, yeah. I try and stick around here.
Feel it out, see how
But
it goes.
I've got to merge out.
Yeah. What's the best? Where do you get the best reception? Like,
maybe at the moment, Coles Wadalba.
yeah, Coles Wadalba. Yeah.
Coles Wadalba at the moment,
big
yeah.
busking
That's and I get a good reception out of Coles Budgie Woy. The little kids come up and putting the money in, and then they're dancing to the songs and their mums are there all happy. I've got a certain couple of kids that turn up. They got all these frizzy hair. Every time they come, they put a couple of bob in, and I play them the Drover's Dream, and they sit there, and the mum has to stay there, and they have to sit there and dance to it all and everything.
Oh, that's great.
It gives me a buzz watching everyone get enjoyment out of music.
So it's more of a. Would that be your favourite crowd to play to?
Mm.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So take us back to when you started. Like, what started you off in music?
Well, mate, I always loved music. Like, my dad always listened to the radio in the mornings. Like, the radio was always on in the mornings when I used to wake up and that. And like, when I started, getting into the puberty age, sort of, it sort of came more, what would you say, more sort of to me then.
Yeah.
Like, I think I was 9, 10 when the Beatles, 64, 9, when the Beatles come to Australia. Now, I wasn't going to school until the Beatles got off the plane. And they walked in and
like
everything, and then my
broadcast, or?
dad took me to school at 10:30 in the morning or something. It was raining that day, if you just remember when the Beatles came in 64.
We don't remember.
No,
we don't remember.
No, I remember the day like it was yesterday. Was your old man a Beatles fan as well? Is that what?
He liked a lot. He liked Elvis. He liked music. Yeah, he liked all music. He had it on 2UW back in Sydney. And they played all the new stuff, all the good stuff. Yeah, he was into it. But then my mum, when I was 13, I hassled my mum to get a guitar. So she took me into Rogers Music at Fairfield. I bought a guitar. I've still got it. It's not playable.
Wow, it's still got it.
You still got it?
It's not
I don't have my first guitar.
Yeah, I have no idea where my first guitar is.
And I've still got it, mate.
I'm
a bit of a hoarder.
I sold mine
that's
too.
why. Well, it started off then, but I didn't. It's only 2.5, 3 years ago I got into it. I mean, I spent all the time up till 2.5, 3 years ago playing half songs and putting the guitar down, leaving it there for a few years, picking it back up, having a bit of leaving it there. I started going to open mics probably about 4 years ago, and I was watching people getting up there and play, and I thought to myself, well, I think it's time to get that guitar back out and have a bit of a go. So I got the guitar out and just played. There was a couple of songs I knew all the way through just about, so I brushed them up and had a go. I went to Kate's place. She had a thing at her place, and I got up.
Who's Kate?
Yeah, who's Kate?
Kate Kieran does the open mic at Long Jetty every second week, and Cachet does it the other week.
What
Mark
night?
Cachet.
I met
What
Kate.
night?
And that's on a
last week.
Sunday afternoon between 1 and 5.
Okay. Yeah.
Every Sunday afternoon.
We'll pop down
between
there if
1
you get a
and
chance.
5.
Everyone listening.
Yeah, if anyone can pop out there, like there's some really good musos out there, and there's musos that'll get up with you and play. So you might be just you up there. There could be
So it's less.
four
it's,
of yous
it's
up there.
Less professional, more communal kind of music.
Yeah,
Yeah, a bit of a jam.
bit of a jam.
Jam at the
bit
pub.
Of a jam
yeah,
at the
that
pub.
sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that.
So yeah, going back. So you never took it seriously until.
No, not until 2.5 years ago, and then once I got up at Kate's, and then, I got up, I did that, I practiced a couple of songs, which were very bad habits with them. All these songs that I'm doing now that I'm learning are all the old songs I knew all that time ago. I only did half off. I'm finishing them off, but there's some bad habits I developed with the songs, like chord changes and
Making it lazy,
and
making it
vocal-
easy. Yeah.
vocal
I've got
not
all the
being
bad
right,
habits,
and
yeah.
so I have to revise them all and listen to them and get them the way they're supposed to be. And it's very hard to get out of a bad habit.
Do you ever have the thought of just going with it? You know, like that's your way. That's the way you
Just
do
go
it.
with it, mate. I'm just
Like
going with it. I'm not out there to push anything. I'm not out there to I'm just going with it. Like I started the open mic. I got up there. I got a few more songs. People like the Australiana.
I did. I only met you a couple of weeks ago at the
Yeah.
Beachcomber gig.
Yeah.
You did the open mic thing. As soon as you started playing, I loved it.
Well, the
I thought it
first one was Poor
bloody
Ned I
amazing.
did by Red Gum. I think it was 1985. And like everyone loved it. Everyone's saying, do Poor Ned, Poor Ned. And then I used to do The Drover's Dream, but it has about 5 or 6 verses and it's long as anything.
It's a bit long-winded.
Yeah, but I do it now, and that's
Yep.
the next one. And then I did that one at Long Jetty, and they all jumped up and down. Then from there on, they said, "Look, you should do Australiana. You're cut out for it. You've got the beard. You've got the
You got the voice for it.
Yeah.
I
you've
mean,
got the Australiana voice. You should."
the enthusiasm as well, definitely.
Yeah. So from there on, I've started learning more. Now I do the Wild Colonial Boy, I do Botany Bay, and I do Only 19. And songs like that, you
But
know.
I think it's really good to have someone, especially locally, who does that genre of music, because the only way you're going to really get that now on is if you go out and buy, John Williamson CD, or you go out and get some
Exactly.
Slim Dusty. You can't go. There's no live people
No,
doing it anymore.
Maybe
It's
out
dying.
in the country, in the middle of New South Wales,
You
but,
still
but
get
around
but
here,
you
no.
still get main bands doing, your general pub set list. You got Akadaka, you got your Guns N'
Yeah,
Roses, you got
yeah.
so on and so forth. There's no just good. Yeah, chisels, yeah.
Well,
no
that's-
one's doing just good old school acoustic.
No, that's why I used to
Australiana.
like Red Gum when they come out. I've got a few other Red Gum songs I'm working on too. The Diamantina Drover, it's a lovely song.
It's really hard not to feel patriotic when you hear
Exactly.
good Australiana as well. You know
Exactly,
what I mean?
and
It's the tone of the voice, it's the style of the guitaring, everything, and it really hits home and makes
It
you go.
hits
It goes,
home.
oh, I love here. I love
Yes.
this. I love my
Yes.
country. And
That's what you've
it's
said there,
inspiring.
and other people have said. They said Australiana, the patriotism and the hitting of home.
Yeah.
And it's Anzac.
It hits home with everyone.
Yeah,
For
everyone-
Anzac,
yeah.
I do
There's
the
that-
band played Waltzing Matilda, and speaking of John Williamson before, I do the John Williamson cover, not the Eric Bogle. It's a little bit up-tempo, the John Williamson. So you got to choose. There's songs that have been, well, that one hasn't, but like Botany Bay, it's been around for 100 and so many years, and so many people have done it.
So many different versions.
So many different versions. So you choose. Well, I do the Botany Bay one. I do John Williamson's Botany Bay cover too. The way not exactly, but I've chosen his
rendition
rendition of
to
it.
base yours off.
Yeah, because he was a bit quicker. The band played well. His is a bit quicker than Eric Bogle. Eric Bogle's is, he's a bit, just that tab slower.
Also, speaking
I
of
like
Rolling
playing
Stones, we were
quick.
talking about earlier, the Satisfaction. You'll find most people who cover Satisfaction will do the Rolling Stones cover,
Yeah,
not the Otis
Yeah.
Redding.
exactly.
It's
Exactly.
It's definitely a preference that comes out of it,
Exactly.
and I think it's testimony to say that even though the original artist of the song is not necessarily going to do the best version of that song.
Exactly what I hear you 100%. I've heard people do a song, they are the original. someone else brings a cover
You're
out, and you go to yourself, well, that sounds
Wonderful.
It's more of a version than a cover. It's a
that sounds
Yeah.
better,
It's
you know.
amped up.
yeah, their take on it.
Yeah.
which is-
But they've had time to play with it, where the original has put it out, bang, there it is.
Yeah,
and someone's gone, oh no, we can do this, we can do that, we can do that. It's been out for a little while, and they're going to try and make it better.
Well, that kind of shows good songwriting when someone does a good version of another song.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
The,
Well, it
the
means the
songwriting
original-
is there, like the
Yeah.
core of the song is there, and you can turn it into anything you
But it
want.
also means the original. I mean, it's kind of like a half-painted canvas. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
good. It's good enough to people to go, I really like that. I'd like to, you know.
The last
this my
song
own
I've
way.
just learned is Leaving on a Jet Plane, and it's a John Denver song. But I like the Seekers, not the Seekers, Peter, Paul and Mary's
Version
of it, you know. They've
So the same one that is it Aerosmith did?
I haven't heard it, so
No, okay, I don't know. Maybe
Next.
I'm just thinking Aerosmith because they sing it in Armageddon, and his daughter's in Armageddon. Liv Tyler. Yeah, that's probably where I'm getting it from.
no, I don't know.
Yep,
You're on your own.
yep, I'm one way out of the wings here.
Yeah.
All right, so
I was going to ask, so other than Australiana, what's your favourite song to play?
I do 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
Now I do from very early 60s, actually. Doesn't Matter to Me by Buddy Holly, 1959. It probably wasn't a hit till the 60s, but till the 1960. But I do some very, very early 60s. I do some mid 60s, late 60s, and a variety of 70s too. So it's basically, that's what people like.
Yeah.
any Ramones?
Well, I found
get
that
thrown in there.
Busking. Ramones.
Yeah, any Ramones?
No,
No Ramones.
no Ramones.
But my Stones.
I do
Yeah.
Stones. I do. Talking about the Stones. Before I go any further, they were my favourite. They were still my favourite band, and they were my favourite band from the day I heard them. And they're still together.
They are.
And Keith Richards
They're
is
still
still
going.
alive.
Yeah, who knows how?
I don't know.
The day he dies, he's going to be.
It's going to be a big day.
It's going to be the same as when Chuck Norris dies.
There's a certain thing, I think it was on Facebook, said if you wanted, if someone was going to come into your living room and, you know, if you wanted a rock star or someone in your living room, who would you have? I reckon I'd have Jagger and Richards.
Yep.
I'd have Jagger and Richards in my living room.
Let's have a sit down and have a chat with them.
I reckon they'd
Yeah.
try and snort my TV. That'd be the biggest problem.
There'd be issues there, wouldn't there?
Oh, I'm sure you can sort them out.
Tell us
I don't
about
think we could've
your
sorted
your Hannah Montana guitar.
Well-
You mentioned that earlier.
Yeah,
we wanted to
talking about
save
that
it.
before we started recording.
We
Yeah.
wanted to save it for this. So.
Actually, I went there today. There was a fundraiser at the Coast
Where did you
Hotel,
go?
Budgie. It could have been just over a year ago. It's for Peggy's Promise. They help old people and people who can't afford to look after their pets, or they might need vet treatment or something. And they're like a charity organisation like that. Anyway, they had a combi run. All the combis came to Coast Hotel Budgie, and they had stalls and all sorts of things there, and they had that again today. But the last time I went over a year ago, I'm walking along and I spots this Hannah Montana guitar, this purple guitar, you know. It's like a mini mate. And, so he goes over and has a look at it, picks it up. It's got a string missing. The bridge is timber, and there's timber on the fretboard. It's a bit faded and that. And I thought, geez, $5, I'm taking this home. $5.
$5.
$5. So I took it home, cleaned it all up, put some strings on it, oiled up the neck, oiled up the bridge.
Yeah, right.
And believe it or not, now I practice on that guitar because it's so little, and
nice-
like I'm
nice to
sitting
play.
up my top room, and I've just got to, like I try to learn everything before I pick the guitar up, so I've got it all in my head.
Yeah.
And then I pick the guitar up, and that's just a nice little guitar to have sitting there and pick up and play, you know.
How does
And
it play? Does
did
it
I
play
say
well?
it was a Washburn?
No,
You
you
did
didn't.
now.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a Washburn guitar, For Disney, yeah. It's a Washburn. It's actually a Washburn.
Well, they struck gold with that.
Yeah. And I've just got myself a pickup for it, you know, that you slide into the air pole.
Yep.
I've just got myself one of them, and Kate, that I mentioned before from the Long Jetty Open, wants me to bring it down there.
I think you should. I think that would be phenomenal.
You should play the Hannah Montana guitar while doing Australiana.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, well, I'll have to...
It doesn't make sense.
I should learn Wrecking Ball and do Wrecking Ball with it.
Yeah, and shape half your head.
Yeah, no, the little pigtails, the two little buns.
Yeah.
And we'll get you one of those skin-coloured onesies. It'd be perfect.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I'm sure that would go down a treat.
So, where were you playing today?
I played outside Carl's Budgie today because I had to play at the Halakalani Hall for a birthday party, only for an hour, and then I had to go and do the fundraiser for Peggy's Promise at the Coast Hotel, as I was talking about before. So I didn't venture out. I just went down there.
So that's
I did all right. I only played 2 hours this morning.
Kind of 3 gigs in one morning.
Yeah,
or
one busk,
gigs. One busk,
3
2
gigs. 1 busk, 2 gigs, and now down here.
More active,
guys. I'm loving every second of it.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah,
and it's got to feel good. Like a couple of years, only a couple of years taking it serious, and you're getting busy.
Well, I'm mainly been since maybe just before Christmas, where I started busking probably a couple of months before Christmas, and that's when it all started happening. That's when the tightness came in a little bit tighter and the fingers moved quicker, and then, like, I mean, I know about 24 songs, and I mean, you're busking there, you'll do that 24 songs in an hour and a half. If I'm there for 5 hours or so, I've got to do them 3 times over, you know. So and when I did start, I only had 15 songs, so 14 songs. So you can imagine me every 3/4 of an hour, I'm doing the same song. So it's good for you, and the people don't know. They come to Carl's.
Yeah, new people every
They're already
time,
owned by them, you know, new people walking past. It's the good about busking. You can make a mistake. There's no one, and not everyone's sitting there watching you. You know?
It's totally common. I mean, we work in the city a lot, on job sites in the city. Especially around Bondi, there's lots of buskers and stuff like that. And we're on a site for 12 hours. And we hear buskers come down for 3 or 4 hours, and we hear the same song 7, 8 times. You know what I mean? Like,
so they probably only know 10 songs.
Yeah, the younger kids that come down, because they've got the cute factor.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They clean up. People give them heaps of money, and they know 3 or 4 songs. And we're poor us on the job site. We've got to listen to this cycle of songs all day. Like, but it's definitely something you got to do, busking. You know what I mean? Like,
I was speaking to one fella, and he told me when he started busking, he only knew one song, and he played that same song over and over and over and over again. I mean, really? I couldn't do it. I go home, as I said before, I was doing about 14, 15 songs, and I've gone home and I go, I'm sick of doing these songs. Like, by the time you keep doing every single day nearly, 4 or 5 times.
It's good for you.
It's very, very good for you, but by the time, and then it gets that good for you that you go to yourself, like, I need some new songs. So I go home. I was having a bit of an issue because I do 3 songs in one go. That was my problem. As I said early in the piece, I knew 30 half songs because I was my own worst enemy. I'd learn half a song. I couldn't get the voice range, or something. I'll leave it, I'll get another one, and then I'd get the shit with that one and go and get on to the next one, and then now I've got to do them all. And there's the problem. I would have 3 songs sitting there. They'd be sitting on the ground, like, because I'd have to revise them. Most of my songs are all in my head. All my songs are all in my head. It's only the new ones I'm learning that I use a bit of paper till it's in my head completely, 100%, no hiccups, and then I don't use it anymore. But I've pulled back. I had 3 songs, and I said to myself, you've got to choose one of these. They're all written out. They've all got the chords, and I've worked on all of them. I said, I'm only going to pick one of these songs. So I picked Leaving on a Jet Plane, which I mentioned before. Yeah. That's the latest one I'm doing now, yeah. And I've still got to work on that last verse.
I've heard you play that a few times. I think I recorded you doing that once.
No, I think I've only done it at the Long Jetty Hotel. You would have heard me last Sunday.
No. The first time at the beach, you
I didn't do it. No.
You didn't? Or you talked about it?
I probably talked about it.
You talked about doing it, and then you probably...
It was one of me half songs.
Yeah, maybe.
I think every musician goes through that stage, though. Of doing half songs, of wanting to learn something, getting frustrated with it, and just moving on and going to the next one. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I know. I've got a plethora of just riffs that I've learned from songs. I went through a year and a half where I'd hear a song and I go, I like that riff. I like that part of the song. So I just learned that part.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about the rest of the song.
The rest of it, yeah.
Because that's the only bit I liked out of the song. And I got is memory bank of just, 15 seconds of songs. That I've never even bothered going back to or anything.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. But now it's time for me to put them together. Well, some of them, I got a few. I've got a list. I got a list there of about 15 songs I want to learn, like all the songs that I've been doing a long time ago. You end up pulling another one out that isn't on the list and writing it down, It's terrible. You don't stick to that list, Like the last one, that wasn't on the list, leaving on a jet plane.
Yeah.
And I've learnt the whale, the Fielding and Dyer, 72, I think. Like, day, 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 day.
Yeah.
I've learnt that, but I've learnt it for my son's preschool.
Yep.
He's 5 and...
They sing along?
Well, they did. I went and done a thing there, and he brought his little ukulele, and he sat down next to me, and sat his ukulele on him, and he's playing the ukulele. And I had a week to learn it.
Yep.
Because we're walking along the lake, and he says, "Oh, Poppy," I said, "I'm gonna sing a song about animals, the Drover's Dream." And I said, "It's got all these native animals in it." And he said, "Sing it." So I sang it to him down the lake as we're walking along. And he said, "Do you know anything about sharks?" I thought, no. And a couple of minutes went past. I thought, I know one about the whale.
Yeah,
the whale. Yeah. And I didn't know the chords, and I didn't know, only bits and pieces I could remember of things. And I said, "Oh no." He said, "Sing it." So I sang the little bits I knew, and the day, 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 And he was rapt. He said, "Oh, the kids will love that. You got to learn that one."
Yeah.
So I went home and I learned it by the next Monday. He came to my place. He went home on the Sunday. Well, I had all week, and then he came back on Friday night, Saturday, and we're playing it and he's singing along. And at the preschool, I didn't realise the teacher took a video of it, and I didn't realise the work he'd put in it, because once I left the preschool, I went straight past, and it wasn't until I got home that night and I sat down and I looked at the video. Yeah. And the work that little boy, 5 years old, put into that song is unbelievable. He'd sang the last word of each line.
Yeah.
And he'd bashing his foot like that in the day, 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 day. Oops.
No, don't hit the mic. No, I don't give a shit.
And I've learnt that song for him. I don't know.
There's nothing like a little kid telling you that you have to do something.
Yeah, now he said, any other songs? Puff the Magic Dragon,
Nothing like a promise to a little kid.
Yeah. So I'm doing Puff the Magic Dragon for him now. I've already written that out and got all the chords and everything.
So you got a number one fan.
I got a number one fan.
You know what though? Like he's
not
gonna
allowed into any gigs,
yeah. And I read up about.
He's gonna remember you forever though.
He is.
You know what I mean? Like this is
we are buddies. We spend a lot of time together, and he looks up to me a lot actually, and that's good for me too.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we're going to cut to a song right now.
What would you like to play, Al?
I might. I'll play Poor Ned by Red Gum. It was my first one. When I did open mics, it was actually my very first song. I cut my teeth on up there on the open mics, and people said they liked it, and so that's what started the Australiana off.
I think it suits it.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Well, we'll record that after we finish talking, and then we'll cut it in. So. Stick it in there, so
Poor Ned, you're better off dead. At least you get some peace of mind. You're out on the track, they're right on your back. Boy, they're gonna hang ya high. "1878 was a year I remember so well. Put my father in an early grave, slung my mother in jail. Well, I don't know what's right or wrong, but they hung Christ on nails. 6 kids at home, 2 still on the breast, they wouldn't even give her bail. We sang, poor Ned, you're better off dead, at least you get some peace of mind. You're out on the track, they're right on your back, boy, they're gonna hang you high. You know, wrote a letter about Stringy Bark Creek, so they would understand. I might be a busher ranger, but I'm not a murdering man. I didn't want to shoot Kennedy or that copper Lonigan. Hey, alone could have saved his life by throwing down his gun. We sing, poor Ned, you're better off dead, at least you get some peace of mind. You're out on the track, they're right on your back, boy, they're gonna hang you high. No, they took Ned Kelly, they hung him in the Melbourne jail. He fought so very bravely, dressed in iron mail. And no man single-handed can hope to break the bars. It's 1,000 like Ned Kelly who'll hoist the flag of stars. We sing, poor Ned, you're better off dead, at least you get some peace of mind. You're out on the track, they're right on your back, boy, they're gonna hang you high. We sing, poor Ned, you're better off dead, at least you get some peace of mind. You're out on the track, they're right on your back, boy, they're gonna hang you high.
And that was Poor Ned.
And that was
by Australiana Al.
That was great.
Is it Australiana Al or Al Australiana?
Australiana Al.
Yep.
Where's Aldo?
Aldo is an Italian name.
You Italian by
I
heritage?
was born and bred in Australia, but I'm from Italian descent.
Oh, there you go. Mum's side, dad's side, both?
Both sides.
Both, oh.
Just while I just like to say something. My mum's birthday will be on the 24th of April. I'd like to wish her happy birthday for her 94th birthday.
Wow. What's your mum's name?
Lena.
Lena. Happy birthday, Lena.
Lina.
Happy birthday, Lena.
Going strong. Let's see another 10 out of you, right?
At least.
Yeah. Oh, shit, yeah.
At least. Oh, I hope I make it there.
Yeah.
Where were we? Where were we going to?
Yeah, I can't remember what we're talking
Oh,
about.
yeah, Aldo. So, Italian. Both parents are Italian.
Both parents Italian. They actually didn't. They actually met and married in Australia.
Oh, well.
They met in Australia and married in Australia. Yeah.
Were they both from like very, very Italian families, or?
They were Italians, but
you have to meet a nice Italian girl. You know those kind of families.
Yeah, well, that's sort of because they met and married here and they were here a while. That's sort of that tradition. That's more like the Italians that come from the lower part of Italy, like Calabria and places like that. More have that sort of.
I'm not very
attitude.
geologically versed.
My dad comes from the sort of the middle of Italy, and my mum is right up the top near Switzerland, where they've all got blonde hair and blue eyes. I have blue eyes.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't look
and
particularly
my hair
Italian.
was blonde before it's
super
before
blonde
I
now.
aged it.
Yeah, that's called wisdom right there.
It is. I like the colour of it, but
Definitely suits. Yeah. So when did they move here?
My dad moved here probably in 1940s.
Yeah.
My mum would have come here in 1950.
1950.
Somewhere around there.
Their families move here as well?
Yeah, my dad's. My dad was one of 9 brothers, and
Sounds pretty Italian.
well, they left Italy because there was no money there, and it was just depression and all that. And 3 of them went to France, 3 went to America, and 2 came here.
Yeah, well.
So yeah, I've got a lot of relos over in France and
You
America
keep up with
that
them,
I
or?
don't even. Yeah, I don't keep up.
Don't know?
No, I wouldn't have a clue. My dad passed away maybe 20-something years ago. He had me late in life. He was 49 when I was born. So he died at 83.
It's a trait you're continuing as well. You've got a young one, don't you? You were saying before?
A young...
son,
You've
was
got
it?
a kid.
No, I have a son. My son is 30.
It was
31, and my daughter's 33, but it's the grandson I was telling you about.
The
My
grandson,
son's son, which is 5.
I was going to say, well, you're in your dad's footsteps if you've got the 5-year-old now.
Yeah.
But that was the
right.
preschool
I have another
thing.
grandchild in Sydney's birthday's next week, on Tuesday. He's going to be 4 on Tuesday. We're going down there for the weekend, next weekend.
School age, he's getting up there.
Yeah, getting there. They're getting... Oh, geez, I can remember when they were born. I remember when my kids were born. Time goes quick. Well.
So where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Wetherill Park. That's
really?
Back of Fairfield way.
Yeah, our factory's in Wetherill Park.
Is it?
Yeah, we go there very often.
When I was growing up there, it was all properties. It was all...
There's still a lot of land there.
Yeah. Not much. Like Newton Road was a dirt road.
There's a road there called Cow Pasture Road, I think.
Cow Pasture Road.
Yeah,
that was a dirt bloody track when I was there
it's aptly named because all up next to it's just a bunch of cow pastures still. You know?
That's why they named it. When I was a kid, there was cow pastures everywhere. And it was named like Cow Pasture Road.
So have you ever lived... Because you...
But,
with your Australiana music, you lived west? Inland?
No. I just when we were kicking around as young areas, or just married, I was 21, and a mate of mine was playing the Drover's Dream, and I heard him play it a few times. It was Australia, and then Red Gum. Loved Red Gum. Love the Australiana in Red Gum. There's some really nice Australian songs. There's a lot of political stuff in there, but there's also some Australia stuff in there, you know. And that's what's... Then I went to the open mics, played those 2 songs, and people said, you ought to stick to Australiana, and well, it's gone from there. I've learned other songs, and...
It definitely suits.
Yeah. They reckon it suits me. Look, I've got the beard. I've actually grown the beard.
For this purpose?
For the purpose,
yeah.
Awesome.
Like, I've always had one, but now I haven't cut it. I'm getting more bushy like.
Oh, that's all right. You don't have to do anything about it.
Nah, it's easy to look after.
Yeah.
So how do your kids come to your gigs?
No, they've come, but they don't come. They're pretty busy too, you know. And, they're basically open mics and things like that I do, but, they're pretty busy too. So my daughter lives in Prospect, so when she was living up here, she used to come to the Long Jetty Hotel and watch me do my stuff on stage. Yeah, she used to. My son's a bit like, you know, you can never keep him down.
Yeah.
He's always, you know...
Go.
Go. He's always out and gone, and, you know. But he has come on a couple of occasions.
Yeah.
I'm more worried, like, I was training up my grandsons into the... See if they can play guitar and...
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You know. That's good to see him. I bought, like, when Jake, the one I just... he's 5. When he was 3, I bought him a ukulele because he's always seen me with a guitar. So I thought, I got to get him.
Yeah.
You know. And then the other one too, because he's a year younger, and I bought him one the following year. So he's got one. He's on his second one now. He smashed his first one up, but I've got some really nice photos of them. Like they look really good playing it. You know. Yeah.
Whereabouts are you living at the moment?
I'm living in Budgie. I've been there, it'll be 20 years in September.
Yep. Oh, nice part of the world.
I'll be able to become a local. In September, I'm a local. They reckon it takes 20 years to become a local.
20 years to be a local, yeah.
And I said, come on, give me 10. They said, no, 20.
Yep.
So I'm there.
Yep.
Finally.
Nice end of the world.
It's quiet up there. I mean, every place has its problems, no matter where you go.
Yeah.
But it's pretty good. You know,
Yeah,
you'll hear
all...
bad reports.
We played quite a few gigs there.
Yeah, we played at the Coast Hotel. Have you played at the Coast Hotel before?
I've played. I backed Roll Again up there, not last Australia Day, but Australia Day before.
Yeah.
They were playing, it wasn't actually Australia Day, it was a couple of days before, and they were playing at the pub on a Sunday arvo. And they are a very good cover band, Roll Again. I don't know if you, Sean Dunlop, he's in the Sea Gypsies now.
They're doing really well.
They're doing very well. They've just had a tour up the coast and back. But he's in Roll Again, and they asked me to open up with an Australiana set, and I only knew 2 songs, and I had to learn the other songs. And my arm
force you to.
Well, my arm. Well, it forced me, but my arm buggered up, and I had to get cortisone in here. It buggered my arm up. And I had a month off, and then I didn't have enough time to learn the songs properly. I was so nervous, and so I got up and buggered things up and everything. Not like now, I've been busking and done those songs 100 million times over. I'm not nervous to go anywhere or do anything, you know. If someone said to me, there's 100,000 people, you want to get up and play 3 or 4 songs? Not a problem.
Yeah.
And it just wouldn't worry me, because it's like anything. If you know how to do something, you're right. You know, if you don't know how to do it, you're going to go, well, you know, the nerves are going to kick in. That went all right. I had Eric helping me, the guy I mentioned before on the keys.
Yep.
He's helped me. I've got a guy down there at Longjetty with spoons. He'll get on with the spoons.
Really?
You know? There's a bass.
I have to get down and record
Andy
something like that.
Yeah, Andy from Top Cat plays the bass as well, and he gets up sometimes with the bass as well.
Yeah, I've seen those guys. Yeah,
there's people up there with harmonicas. Actually,
awesome. Yeah,
2 times I was there was a fiddler.
Oh, that would have been.
With the Australiana with the fiddle going, mate. He stole the show, and he could play anything. He was just sat there and it all, whatever, he played with everybody. Just sat there and played with everybody, and it sounded so nice.
Yeah. Just an awesome player.
The awesome player. Casho said I should have got onto him and
done something.
Yeah.
Like, do you have like a favorite gig you've played?
Oh, not really.
Anything that sticks in the memory?
Yeah, like just enjoyable.
Any moments?
Maybe like that one that I was telling you about that I was nervous about was probably my favourite one. You know, I enjoyed coming to the Beachy and playing there.
Yeah.
But probably my favourite moment was because I was backing up a band. You know, I was getting on before a good rock and roll band, and they asked me to do, and there was people had come to see them, so I had a good audience, and they all clapped and everything, even though I made mistakes and things. Everyone enjoyed it. People said you've done a really good job. You know, it's sometimes people don't know that you're buggering up. It's you know yourself. I know some people are just they don't know.
It's original music.
A little people tell me that. They said, "Don't worry, they don't know."
Yeah, they
don't know.
They don't give a shit.
You know, they don't know. You know, because you're trying to do it a special way, and you're trying to get it tight, and you're trying to do this, and all of a sudden you put the wrong word in, and you go, bugger it, you know. And they don't even know you put the wrong word. You still goes in tune and goes along, but it's just got instead of and, it's but, you know.
And they just see your face just go.
Yeah. But that's probably the best one, you know. Yeah. I enjoyed just playing a couple of parties and things. Just people just acoustically without any PA or anything. I've done a couple of things like that, and I enjoyed them because the people liked it, and you know. But I'd say the one that sticks out would probably be the one at Coast Hotel, Budgie Roy.
Yeah, awesome.
Backing up Roll Again.
It's good playing there. It's a good
got
venue.
A good stage. Do you know Gary Wallace? Do you?
Sorry?
From Tuesday nights there's an open mic on Tuesday night.
We played the couple
on a
of
Thursday
nights,
you would have played on the what's he night?
Vibes.
There's Brendan Watson still.
Brendan Watson, yeah. Shout out to Brendan Watson.
Yeah, Brendan, thanks for having us on so many times.
Remedial Radio, brought to you by Vibes.
Vibes.
He's a good fella, Brendan. I've met him only a couple of times.
So you say you're no longer working, just busking, which is awesome. I mean, that's kind of everyone's dream, is just to play music and you don't have to work. What were you doing beforehand? What was your...
I've been a mechanic all my life since 2 days after I left school. I started at McGrath Holdings, Liverpool. I worked there for 6.5, near 7 years. I only had about a month off. Then I started on forklifts.
Oh, yeah.
And I worked on forklifts at that same company for 5 odd years, and then I ended up having 2 3/4 years off.
Is there any main difference between the mechanics of a forklift and a petrol or diesel engine, except for the carbon residue?
Yeah,
really?
A lot of forklifts run on gas. It's a lot cleaner burning because a lot of them are inside, in factories. So they've got to have clean burning, you know. We have diesel ones, we have petrol ones, we have gas ones, dual fuel ones. We have all sorts.
I'm not very mechanically minded, but I know the difference between, pardon me, if you check the oil on, say, in a regular car, it's always black. You're always going to have black oil.
Yeah.
You can put clear oil in, doesn't matter, it's going to end up black. But a gas engine, it stays the same colour. There's no
like
carbon.
It's brand new, but don't be misled. The oil still wears down. And you still have to change it after like 5. Well, they measure hours. Say 200 hours.
Yeah.
You change the oil. You'll pick up that dipstick, like you said, and it'll look like the oil is brand new, spanking new.
But it's
the molecules and everything and the viscosity of the oil has changed, so you still need to change it. Yeah, so gas burns. That's why gas burns very quickly, and they use the gas.
So it's more of a
very cleanly. Sorry, not quickly.
Yeah. So you got to keep more an eye on how much you've used it rather than what the actual context of your engine is.
Yeah, you have a meter on an hour meter.
Yeah,
and it tells you when you start your thing or leave the ignition on. If you leave the ignition on by mistake, it's going to count the hours. But usually you're driving around, it'll count all the hours you're doing.
And you'd note the services.
Well, you have a sticker there that says serviced at this many hours, and then you look and 200 hours or due for service in such and such, and then you go and do it.
That's what you used to do.
That's what I used to do up till just before Christmas.
This Christmas.
This Christmas.
Oh well.
Yeah, right.
What got you into mechanics? Have you always been like engineering minded, or?
Oh, not really.
Was it just a job that you kind of fell into?
I was at high school. I was always been cabinet maker type stuff minded. That was always what was going down, and I'd put in for cabinet maker jobs, and a friend at high school, you should become a mechanic, you'll be able to fix your own car, you'll save this much money, you'll do this, you'll do that, and I'll put in for a mechanic's job, and the mechanics one come up, so I took it.
Bam.
And that was it.
That's the road I took from there on.
Are you a car guy? Like?
Yeah, I did.
You like your cars?
Yeah, I like my cars.
What would be your optimum car? Don't give me a new one. Give me something from way back.
I have at home.
Yeah?
An E.H. Holden in my mum's garage.
Restored or?
No, it doesn't need... it does need restore. It is 100% original. Mm-hmm. It's got about 43,000 miles on it.
That is.
It's all original.
Is it in miles?
In miles.
It's in miles, right.
In miles. Now, what you would have to do with that car now, it's been sitting in a garage like a house garage, not outside garage.
It's been protected.
Yes, but we're living up here, we have salt in the air.
Yeah,
salt.
All the bumper bars have got little dots on them.
Yeah.
Just little
dots?
dots?
Paintworks are starting to get little dots on it, so someone who gets it has to...
grind it back, bog it.
Strip it down. And no, not rust.
Yeah, because they're all chrome bumpers back then, were they?
Yep, all chrome bumpers.
A bit of that
179 it is.
That real fine steel wool.
You'd get it off, but it'd come back, and you'd still see that little tiny dot. To restore the car to a showroom EH, you would have to re-chrome the bumper bars and repaint the union. But if you got that EH off me, you've got a perfectly straight EH.
Yeah, right.
Perfectly 100% EH.
Less than 100
A lot of people go
to... They've
got a lot of work before they get to rechroming the bumper bars and painting the unit, you know.
Yeah.
And they've got a lot of work with the interior. This has got perfect interior.
This is.
Have you done any work on it for yourself, or is this?
Oh, I've put a clutch in it for my dad when he bought it brand new in February '64. And when he stopped driving because he got too old, he left it to me. I drove it around for a while. Man, I should have sold it. If I sold that car 30 years ago, I could have got 20 grand for it.
You sell now, you probably get 30.
No.
You don't reckon?
No, they've dropped down, mate. All the
There's enthusiasts out there that would
there
kiss
is.
ass
You
to
sell
get
it
the
to the
car in
right
that condition.
person. But what I'm saying is, say I got 15 for it now. I would have got 20 for it before.
And that 20 would have been
Well,
worth
that 20,
40 now.
mate, I could have bought a hell of a lot of stuff for 20 grand. Like, I moved up here 20 years ago and I could have bought a 2-bedroom old fibro rundown house for $63,000.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, before
that
that house was only probably worth that 20.
Yeah.
You know, but now you can't go backwards. At the end of the day, I've still got the EH.
That's right, yeah.
Exactly.
I'd love to see this one day. I mean, next time we do a gig out there, we might pull in and have a cup of coffee at your place.
Yeah. I haven't driven it for a while. I've put oil down the engine, turned the motor by hand. I took the spark plugs out, turned the motor.
Just wind it,
So it keeps. It's got no battery in it, so it doesn't, corrode the wiring and.
Sure.
Yeah, so that's
a
a car I like. It's been sitting there. Yeah, I've got 7-inch chromies on it.
Yep.
7-inch.
Big chromies, they stuck out in the old KHs. They like you get your Commodore now, they're white and they're going inways. You can't tell, it's just a mag.
No,
These things sat out the 7 inches.
Well,
and
the V-dubs.
Yeah.
The V-dubs are domes. Yeah. Oh, nice.
But yeah.
But obviously, you mustn't have fallen into the job without any, you clearly, you enjoy your cars,
Yeah.
Like, do you go to car shows?
I like going to the, I like not so much the real old.
The hot rods, the ones they do.
I like the hot rods and the
yeah.
old Holdens and old cars like that. Not, T-model Fords or.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If I went to see a restored T-model in original condition, I wouldn't do anything for me. But if I went to see a bloody EH Holden or a HR or an FC or.
But these are cars from your childhood, you know what I mean? Like, they're going to bring it right back.
They're from my childhood. They were.
I mean, do they have music at the the car club things? They bring all the cars out. They have big days.
They did that car thing at the entrance.
Yeah, they do.
Sure have you ever thought about that?
They bring down the hop sock or whatever they call them, that 55s music.
A bit rock and roll. Yeah,
that rocky, like the milkshake era,
kind of like Bill Haley in the comics. American
graffiti type stuff. Yeah.
I think your act would go well at one of those, especially if you're doing old Holdens, old Fords and stuff like that, like Australian iconic cars.
Yeah.
I reckon a bit of Australiana would fit right in there.
That rock and roll is just Americana. It's not
Maybe
Australiana.
It's not
Americana.
That's Americana, basically. It is. That's Americana.
Yeah.
And
everything Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Everything
exactly.
Coca-Cola.
But I reckon you'd go all right. Australiana, yeah.
I reckon, if we get let's open it for you. They're pop tops.
So we're just pointing out to each other that we all want beers.
Whoa!
There goes one.
We were trying to keep it off mic, but
well, I did.
Yeah, I was trying to keep it off mic.
No, we're having beers.
Fuck it, we're having beers.
Well, it's obvious now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go we actually. Talking about that.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna ask you.
You carried on.
I'll carry it on. Yeah. I was gonna ask you, do you have any favourite local acts? Like the guys that go down to the
open mics.
And that. Anyone that you actually stop and watch every time?
I have. Look, they're all good. I mean.
Yeah.
95% of them are really good, and I like them all. I've
terrible.
been going for that.
Yeah.
That long that I like them all, you know, doing their open mic stuff. There's probably, I did like Kate Kieran.
Yeah.
Because she played the whale ages ago, and she plays a few songs, like old songs like Melanie Sabka, I rode my bicycle past you.
Yeah.
That
yeah,
one,
I know
you know.
that song, yeah.
Stuff like that. And she's like, of course I'm old, they're from my era, so of course they're going to touch me, you know. And this is what I'm talking about while I play my busking, and I play 60s and 70s. I was laying in bed the other night, and I was thinking, and I thought to myself, now, here's a song in the early 60s, all right, say 60, all right. So now that song is now 56 years old, right? So if a 76-year-old woman walks past, she was only 20 when that song came out. She was only 20,
yeah, wow. Yeah.
Right? And if I do one in the 70s, she was 30. So I'm thinking to myself, no wonder these people are appreciating my music when they walk past. And I've got
70-year-olds, yeah.
80, 70, 90-year-old will pull up, open their purse, and put something in.
I'm a big fan of the saying, if a busker makes you stop and listen, or stop and watch, you owe him $1.
Yeah?
Like you owe him $1. That's
yeah.
If you stop and you take a moment to enjoy that,
I understand.
Like honestly, like
you should give him $1.
You should give him $1.
Well, that's what happens.
What
and I've had like that works out all the time. I've had mothers pull up, the kids are dancing, this and that, and they open up, and they give me money. It's very rare. You'll get a mother pull up, the kids will be dancing, having the best time of their life.
And they walk
they'll have
off.
their dance and then they'll walk off, you know?
No, because the kids love it too. If the mum gives the kids the money,
yes,
the kids get the money, the kids go put it in the hat, they put it in the guitar case, whatever, they love it. They absolutely love it.
They love it. That happens all the time. Yep. And I mean, if they seem like, I go back to the same place once a week or something, and obviously people, like the first time they'll give you a bit, and then all of a sudden they'll give you a bit, like the mothers. But the kid's got to have something, like even if she gives him 20 cents, he doesn't know money.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care. He's come in and he's gone bang like that. And I don't know,
for
some
a kid,
some
it doesn't
buskers...
matter if he's giving you $20, doesn't matter if he gives you 5 cents. To that kid, that's a moment, you know what I mean? And it's the same thing.
About the old people, I had an old lady, and she would have been 85, for sure, and she stopped, and I think I was playing Botany Bay, Bound for Botany Bay, and she's pulled up, and she's looked at me, and she's got a purse out, and she fumbled for about half a minute, and she pulled out 10 cents and put it in my case, and I looked at her and I thanked her very, very much. It's not how much they give you, like that
it's the time.
That 90-year-old woman's probably been through 2 depressions, and that 10 cents is a lot of money to her.
Yeah.
And I appreciate, if someone puts 5 cents, some people say I haven't got any money, I'm sorry, mate. I say, mate, do you like the music? They say, love the music. That's all.
That's all I need.
That's all I need.
Yeah.
I need. If you're telling me I sound good and you like my music, that's all I need. And that's why I was just telling you before about like Kate doing those old songs. Now I know how people feel when they walk past me and I'm doing an old song. You know?
Yeah.
No, it brings back the memories.
And especially the fact that
the memories are there.
She like, she was fumbling for half a minute, like you said. Like, that's an effort.
To get that
a
out.
90-year-old woman.
And
like,
I appreciate it. And I thank everybody. And I actually sing. And if someone something goes in the case, there'll be a thank you. Just one word instead of saying, he came from heaven, he came from thank you, and then continue the song, And I thank every single person that puts money in my case. I put thank you into the song. I know some buskers, they just sit there and play, and they don't.
They expect the money.
They expect it. They don't thank the person. They don't acknowledge the person has put anything in.
Yeah.
They might have a thank you on their case. I suppose it works, but it's
not the same.
They're not really looking at.
Well, that 3-year-old kid is not going to read that thank you on the case. No. But if I stop and say thank you, and then they look at their mum, and the mum looks at them like that, and you go, well, I've got them next time. Well, not that way, but you've done your job. You've made someone happy.
But kids are a fantastic way to monopolise on busking. Like, absolutely.
They are.
If you want to get some money,
the kids. Mate, the kids are fantastic. They always getting money off their parents. They love buskers.
We used to.
Can I give them $1?
Yeah, we used to busk a lot in the city and in Cronulla with a crew I used to dance with called Fly Crew. So we go down to Cronulla or in the city and we dance, basically for money. And the best way to wean money out of people is to get the kids in.
Exactly.
Get the kids into it, and the kids get the kids in, and then they go back to their parents, and they're looking at it like with they got their little palms out. We don't have to have our palms out anymore. These kids are doing it for us, and they love it. They absolutely love it.
And then the parents don't say no to. They hate like the kid. They don't say no to. They'd rather give them $1 than say no and watch the kid. They just seen the kid have a good time. So and then the kid wants to. He's already happy. He's already come there to the mum and said, "Oh, look what's happened," and they're already smiling with them. And you can't refuse. The parent can't refuse them.
And if you get one or two kids, the rest of the kids in the audience go, "I want to do what look how happy that kid is. He gave them some money. I want to do it." So you just get this wonderful domino effect around the crowd.
Yeah.
Where you got all these beautiful little children running up, dropping money in.
Someone said to me, to go down to, apparently you go down behind Town Hall and there's this part where you get your busking thing for the day and then you can go busking for the day in Sydney.
They sell it by the day now, do they?
But someone told me that you don't need a busking.
Sure.
If you're doing it on the main street, it says if you go into Pitt Street Mall and you go into one of the things like that, you need a thing, but if you're just doing it in the main street, you don't. Apparently.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
They'll take eyes out, them
Popped
bastards.
a bloody beer top off it.
That was a beer bottle.
Yeah.
We paid about
say
$80 for our busking license for the city.
For how long?
For a year. It's 12 months past, about $80.
That's good, that's cheap.
To go down to Darling Harbour and bus was a considerable amount more.
Was it?
Yeah.
But
so I reckon
the
probably
place is taken all down there. There's certain.
We went down there one day to busk, and we just set up and started busking. And apparently, you're not allowed to do that. They've got like a raffle system where you go down there as a busker, and all the buskers meet early in the morning, and they all put their names into like a jar, and someone will draw all the names out.
Yeah.
And you get like an order, and you get a certain amount of time allotted to you for each spot. And that's how they structure that.
Yeah.
It's not really first in, best dressed.
Yeah.
Because, there's a lot of buskers there that want to obviously utilise that space because it's a high traffic area.
Yeah.
And it's a wonderful place for buskers. I mean, every time you go down to the city, there's always buskers there, and they've all got, amazing acts and stuff like that. So you've got to structure it somehow. But it's kind of beautiful in a way that this kind of gypsy feel about all these entertainers down there making their own buck, you know what I mean? Have made their own kind of communism.
Yeah.
Not in the Russian sense, as in just a community
Just
within
got their
themselves.
own system going.
Got their own system, their own
and
rules.
it seems to be working.
And we learnt very hard because we got yelled at.
trying to jump into that.
Yeah, because we had no idea.
World, yes.
Yeah, we were just like,
Trying
let's
to
go
push
bust.
your way into
Yeah,
that.
let's go bust down there because there's heaps of people
Yeah,
down
why
there.
not?
Yeah, and we got told off very severely. So sorry to those guys. Just
Yeah, that's probably why I don't go down there and bother, mate. Because that's what I've heard. Everyone's got their spot. They'll tell you to move on. They'll do this.
It's not. Oh yeah. Well, I was gonna say it's not aggressive. It was when we went there, but I think it's just the matter of going down. Maybe spend a day, go down and ask.
Yeah.
Just say, hey, look, I want to come bust down here, and
I was speaking to.
because you make it mint. Sydney's great for busking.
Thursday night. Do you know Shane Shepherd?
No.
He plays. He's a local artist,
Yeah.
and he was telling me that you don't need a license in the streets.
Yeah.
All right. And then I said, well, there's another thing. You get, a lot of them old buildings have got like, instead of being straight to the front of the road, they go in a little bit.
Got a bit of a
like
niche
that.
there,
And
yeah.
and then there's a door to get in it, but you probably got from me to you, which is 6 foot. You could set up like the doors there. They splay out like that. You set up your case there and bust there, and then they can't move you on because you're on that person's property.
Private property.
It's got nothing to do with the council. So if someone trips over your case or public liability or whatever, they're not worried because it's not on their property. That's on his property. So now it's his problem. But yeah, I think Cache says to me, go down there, mate. You'll make a killing. You'll make an absolute. I can't be bothered. Getting up in the morning, going all the way from the Central Coast to Sydney in the train.
Yeah, true.
And then going there, setting up, and then coming home, and then it becomes like a big day.
Yeah,
it becomes a big day, you know.
But it's
if you want to spend a good 6-7 hours actually playing,
I would spend 6 hours playing if I went down there non-stop and then come home.
Hour and a half, hour and 45 each way.
It's a 12-hour day. You know?
Yeah,
you're walking to the train station, and
you're looking at a 12-hour day.
Yeah, you're looking at a 12-hour day. We're here, like wherever I travel the furthest is half an hour.
I think that's a part of busking, or part of any musician's or any entertainer's life that people don't see. Like, you know, if you have a trade, you get your apprenticeship, your first year, the first second you walk in that door and you got that job, you're earning money.
Yeah.
To be a musician or an entertainer, an actor, an actress, or you have to do countless amounts of gigs and trekking around yourself, busking, you know, things like that. They're all things that you don't get paid for.
No.
Like, if you're really good, like, you know, if you're successful, you get paid busking, clearly. But
yeah,
you know, there's a lot that goes into being creative and being an entertainer. That it's just self-sacrifice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people miss that.
But it's self-sacrifice. But
so we got a helicopter coming over.
If you're enjoying...
helicopter.
I was only 19.
Oh, the chin-ups are going.
Why the Channel 7 chopper chills me to my feet.
Yeah. That song still gives me goosebumps.
I don't know if people can hear that. But.
I get such a response from busking with that song that, like, usually people are putting in $5 notes with that one.
Yeah, well, I mean, like that song, I remember when I first discovered that song. I must have been about 16. And, I mean, I've never fought in any wars. I mean, I've never done anything really more violent than stubbing my toe on a coffee table. You know,
you
like,
play some pretty violent video games.
I play some video, but I can't really imagine what people have gone through there. But that song is so well written.
It is.
It chills you.
It does.
It really does.
It does.
It's such an amazing song.
That's why it's made its way to where it is now. And
yeah, I mean, I'm still a young adult. I'm 27, and that's still one of my favourite songs.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, if or when I have children, I mean, that's going to be one of their favourites. That song's going to last.
It's going to keep going. Yeah. It's one of those songs that are going to last and never die. You know, it's not a song that's going to be on the top 40 every day of the week all year round, but it's a song that just keeps going. Everyone knows.
Yeah,
everyone stops and goes, you know, and like you said, it brings a tear to your eye.
Was it the Vines that did a cover?
No, I haven't heard that, but
I think it was the Vines that did a cover. They did kind of like an Aussie hip hop version.
The Vines hip hop.
Was the Vines? Where's the Verb?
The Vines were kind of.
I don't know. Look it up. Maybe I'm the Verb.
I'm just learning a song now.
Look it up. Let me know if I'm.
Yeah, it's not an Australiana song in the sense of traditional Australiana, but it's a lot of Australia. And I don't know if we mentioned it earlier on the piece, but it's by Russell Morris. Okay. Now, Russell Morris used to sing "Wings of an Eagle" and "The Real Thing" and all these songs that everyone.
Oh, they come and see the real thing.
Yeah. But now he's in a band. He's got a band and he does Australian stuff. He's very successful.
Oh, the Herd. Sorry.
At the moment, you know. But he did a song in 60, probably 67, and the song's name's Rachel. And Rachel, and it's
I heard that not too long ago.
Is it? It's beautiful. You want to listen to it tonight, actually.
Yeah.
Just put it on YouTube, Rachel Russell Morris. Yeah, it's about a nurse who went to Vietnam.
Oh, I know this
and
song.
Couldn't and sending the songs about, like, it tells you about, like, gather round Mars knee to read this week's letters. I wonder what went wrong. I hope the news is better. And then it starts, it's like the letter being read out then.
It's from the other side of the wall.
Hospital has no door, Dad. Soldiers lay on the floor, Dad. And it's all about a nurse who went to Vietnam and then come home. And I thought, I'm going to incorporate that into my Australiana. It's not traditional Australiana, but it's Australiana.
Yeah,
you know?
It is. And it's from the other side of the wall.
Yeah.
It's from the people that are affected at home. It's from the afterwards. It's
exactly.
You know, we all and not taking anything away from obviously the soldiers in the war, but everyone at home was affected as well.
Exactly. You know, we're all they're writing these songs about the soldiers and all the troubles, and this one, like you said, is about the trouble the family goes through.
Yeah.
And we seem to
to
neglect thinking about that. We're too busy thinking and feeling for the soldiers.
Which they totally deserve. You know,
which they totally deserve. But there is a family back home.
But
too.
There's a brother at home.
And there's a mother,
sister,
there's a father,
and a mother,
and a son.
Yeah,
you know,
that's losing
a daughter.
someone.
We whoever, but grandmothers. There's everything at home.
Yeah, well, just to clarify,
but it's a really nice song. I really love it. Yeah. I've just written the words out actually last night. Put the chords to it last night. Actually played it last night, but. I didn't even think I was going to be playing busking today or going to do these two things I did, because after 15 and a half hours of busking between Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday last week, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, Friday, I started getting my wife's at home with the flu now, and I got a sore throat and I couldn't sing. So yesterday I just kept quiet all day, and even this morning I thought I'm not going to be able to go and do this bloody birthday thing, and then I thought I'll slip down in front of Carl's and do a busk and see if I can handle it. I'll just rock up there and see how I go. And then I went fine. It's all over now. I probably
just to pick up, I need to
hit
clarify
some
my
notes
mistake
I
before.
usually hit, but
what's your mistake?
My mistake was I said, want to say the vines? Or the verb? It's not. It's the herd.
The herd.
The herd.
Yeah. I did just have that.
A bit of an Aussie hip hop rendition. It came out maybe about 10 years ago. Right. They did only 19, but in an updated
Like
version.
a hip hop
version. An Aussie hip hop version.
Yeah.
So it was good. I quite enjoyed it, and I really liked the fact that they were bringing that back into cycled, you know what I mean? So
I might look that up on the YouTube tonight.
Well, that's what I'm just doing right now.
Yeah. It's a really good
What
version
is it,
the herd?
Yeah.
Herd,
yeah.
I don't know if you can hear it.
You turn it up. It's going to sound like shit.
I did hear this, actually, yeah. I won't play the whole thing, I'll just
give it a sample. It's really good. Go and look it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably just pop it in later.
I'll just leave it like that. Yeah. I'm not
but yeah, that's a sample from the song. But I mean, that was a really good way to bring that song back into the youth. You know, because it was 30 years or so before they released that version of it that it came out. So you know, it's obviously peaked and it's come down. And there's certain kids my age and younger that would know of the song because of their parents. But that was a wonderful way to bring it back into circulation of the population. Yeah.
Just talking about hip hop, at Mark Cushin's open mic night at Nora Head Sporties every Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bloke. He's called something Shady. It's not Slim Shady. He calls himself something Thin Shady or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Something like that. But he does it with back and track. He does 2 or 3 hip hop songs that sound like that, you know, Eminem stuff, you know. And I thought to myself, geez, that's good to see. Like, even though to myself it's not my kettle of fish.
But
it's good to see someone there doing it, you know. It's like me doing Australiana. I'm the only one that's doing Australiana. He's the only one doing the hip hop.
Yeah,
you know?
that's his cup of tea.
That's his cup of tea. Yeah.
Like, he's doing it well.
And he's coming each week, and he's writing stuff himself, and he's doing it. And
you got to give him absolute props for getting up there. Like, even if no one in the crowd likes it, he's there doing it.
He's doing it. I go up to somebody that was good.
If you can figure out his name,
there was another bloke
remember
with him,
his name, we'll give him a shout out because
we might get him on.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. If we can get him on.
I'll get your numbers.
Yeah.
And I'll give it to him and get him to contact us and
that'd
tell
be great.
him about it.
I love the idea of the underdog.
Yeah.
Getting the underdog on, give him hear what he's all about.
He's good. I like his thing. I don't know if it was his dad he was with or he was with someone. I went over and talked to him, you know, and I said that was good, you know. I said it reminds me of like Elvis was a white man doing black man
music. Yeah,
and Eminem is a white man doing black man stuff. But Eminem so much reminded me of Elvis, like not in the way he sang or anything, but
Eminem actually
a white man in a black man's jungle, you know.
Yeah, but except about the thing that where Elvis was totally manufactured by the government to make people forget about the Depression. He was the original boy band.
Who, Elvis?
Yeah.
He started off pretty
he never wrote a song himself.
No.
Do you know his first song?
He was a manufactured piece of
his first song I want to play.
In my opinion.
He's 1954.
What was
That's
his
all
first
right.
song?
That's all right, Mama. I think that's all right, my mama. That's all right, my mama. That's all right for you. Yeah, first song he did.
That's it's
got a bluesy
It's not the
type.
first song he wrote. He never wrote a song.
I don't know if
I feel like he was kind of he spearheaded the idea that music could be profited on rather than written for creativity, and that's probably my biggest problem with it, like the whole Elvis thing is he was the first he's going to be a movie star now, he's going to be in everyone's lounge room in a poster now. It was definitely a profitable idea.
Yeah, but he was
something.
He did stand out.
He's a selling point for music.
Out.
Yeah,
he was. There was no one like him. No one could sing like him. He was just. He was a one-off person. It's like there's a lot of people all around the world trying to make it into the music industry. There's a lot of good people out there with really good voices, really good acts, but there's a lot of them.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem.
It takes a person to be totally exceptional to make it bang just like that.
I don't even think you have to be exceptional. I think it's a right place, right time thing at the market now.
Maybe that's what Elvis had, Joe.
Yeah, it was definitely
the Beatles.
Right place, right
Look
time.
at the Beatles.
Good looking bloke, good voice, guy could kind of act. You know, he was pounced on about by these producers, these marketing people that just went, we can sell the crap out of you.
And he was a hillbilly.
But look what it did to him.
From the south.
From the south.
But today's market is so many talented people. There really is, and it's got to be right place, right time now, or you're not going to go anywhere. That's it. It's you got to just kind of keep doing it and hope maybe one day you'll be in the right place when someone sees you and goes, I'm going to sell that.
Yeah.
But you're always going to be.
Well, that's for you young guys. That's
retail.
That's what you are looking for, Let's find it.
I think we're old enough now. Yeah. Like don't get me wrong. Like I'm 27 now, and I still love to get famous. But it's definitely not on my to-do list anymore.
Nah,
it was for years. I want to be that guy, but now it's just I enjoy writing. I enjoy recording.
It's kind of we started this thing just because we love.
It's
great. Just the fact that we can hang out with some cool people and have a beer.
We're having a chat, you ask questions, you
ask your mates, what did you do this Saturday night? We went out to the nightclub and we spent $400. And we all got, on drugs and
then they spent the rest of the next day in bed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what did you do?
What did you do?
What did you do the next day? I was too hungover.
We had a chat to a few different.
Got up at 5 o'clock in the hour.
Yeah, what did you do this weekend? We sat around and had a chat with
a few different local musicians,
and we learnt a lot, and
we got a few different perspectives,
stories,
on the
and
it's wonderful.
It is, isn't it?
Saying that, we are going to a party after.
And we are having a quiet beer. We're not having a disco beer.
A disco beer? We can have a disco beer if you want.
That being said, though, we should probably wrap this up.
Yeah, I think we've been going for a while.
We've been going for an hour.
Over an hour.
I want to thank you very much for asking me to come along, and
thank you for
I've
coming.
enjoyed myself immensely and talking about everything. Geez, you brought some memories back too.
That's good. That's what we need.
We'll definitely have you back. We'll definitely
good.
Back on. This is only the third episode of our podcast. And we're going to be doing many more, I think.
That'll be great.
Unless we just become really lazy. And
look, I wish us all the luck.
Even if we don't have any acts to interview, I think we'll just do podcasts where we just talk shit amongst ourselves.
Yeah, we'll just drink and just talk shit.
That'd be good.
Yeah. But thank you so much for coming in, Al. Look, it's been inspiring.
Thank you for asking me.
You don't know when your next gig is?
I beg your pardon?
You don't know where your next gig is?
No, probably. I do.
Tomorrow
I
morning
do.
down at Coles.
I'm going down at Long Jetty Hotel.
So if you go
Tomorrow,
go down Long Jetty Hotel on Sundays, you're most likely to see you.
Yeah. I'm not there every Sunday, but you're most likely
to run into you.
Don't
there.
put it as an option. No, not if you go. Just go. Go down.
Do yourselves a favour. Get down to the Long Jetty Hotel on Sundays between 1 o'clock and 5 o'clock because it is immensely awesome. There's a lot of musicians there, and they'll get on and play with you. If you can't play an instrument and sing, get along anyway. There'll be someone there that'll be able to play that song that you want to sing.
That's
and I just want to say that we're brought to you by the Long Jetty Hotel.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to quit my job. We can just hire Al to talk now because you're doing that selling stuff perfectly.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's from listening to Casho.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna lead out this.
Yeah. So we're gonna play one of your songs after this. What were we going to play?
We're going to do Porn Ed by Red Gum. It's the first one.
I think that was the first break.
Porn Ed was... We're going to play that before. And then we're going to play something off your...
The Driver's Dream.
We're going to play something off your Beachy performance.
Do the Driver's Dream.
Driver's Dream. All right, we'll do Driver's Dream. All right, thanks for listening, everybody. If you made it this far, well done.
Yeah.
And we'll be back next week with another podcast.
I think this has been the longest one we've done.
It's freaking huge.
Yeah.
I keep talking.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good. We need more.
That's what my missus says. She says, you got to shut up sometimes, mate. Give the other people a turn.
No. Fuck them.
All right. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
See you later.
Cheers, cunts.
Bye.
See yous.
Catch you later.
Anyway, Here we go. A bit of Australiana. This one's The Drover's Dream. It was written about 150 years ago by Henry Lawson, and they put some music to it. Drover was driving. He fell asleep. He had this magnificent dream about all the Australian animals, native animals, and the boss woke him up at the end. It goes something like this. One night while driving cheap, me companions lay asleep. There wasn't a star to illuminate the sky. I was dreaming, I suppose, for me eyes were partly closed, and a very strange procession passed me by. First there came a kangaroo with his swagger blanket blue. A dingo ran beside him as his mate. They were travelling mighty fast, but they shouted as they passed, we'll have to jog along, it's getting late. The pelican and the crane, they came in from out the plain, amused the company with a Highland blend. And the dear old bandicoot played a tune upon his flute. The native bear sat round him in a ring. The broker and the crow sang the songs from long ago. The frilled lizard listened with a smile. And the emu standing near put his claw up to his ear. Said that's the funniest thing for quite a while. So frogs from out the swamp where the atmosphere is damp came bouncing in and sat upon some stones. They all unroll their swags and produce from little bags the violin, the banjo and the bones. The goanna and the snake and the adder wide awake. Alligator dance the soldier's joy. In the dreamy silky oak the jackass cracked the joke and the magpie sang the wild colonial boy. Some wombats started out from the tide trees all about, performed the fiddle dances very well. The parrot green and blue gave the orchestra its cue, struck up the old log cabin in the dell. I was dreaming, I suppose, of these entertaining shows. Never crossed my mind I was asleep, till the boss beneath the cart woke me up with such a start. Yell and dreamy, where the hell are all the sheep? Yell and dreamy, where the hell are all the sheep? Yell and dreamy, where the are all the sheep? Thank you.